that time of the year again, and this year I made a nice little Christmas present for you boys to enjoy in your main wipes or snowballs. This base is anything you could possibly need. Inner peaks, outer peaks, a nice compound, main TC bunker, external bunkers, hidden loot, a nice roof, and much more. Let's get into the tour.
Starting off the tour, we come to one of our 4 additional TCs. Can't show you the upkeep because it is currently bugged in Sanctuary. Disconnect your TC, place it through, and to reconnect, replace it. Coming to our gatehouse, we have a nice little Patrico peak straight onto the furnace wall. And above you coming to the compound is one of 4 compound turrets covered by chain link. You could put double chain link on this, but I prefer not to nowadays. It's your choice though, it just makes it a little bit more inaccurate. Going over here to one of our 4 compound bedrooms. You might notice one of the floors here looks a little bit different than the others, and that is because it's not a foundation and it's actually a bunker. So you could fit 2 barrels in here, or a box and a small box. Pretty nice for storing loot in there. You could put a battery in there if you want, but you have 4 of these in your compound and they're really easy to make. I'll show you how to do it in the tour. Another nice feature about our compound bedrooms is the Antisiege. So basically all you do is place the foundation here, place that frame, and delete the foundation, and it will break those 2 frames and disconnect this part of the frames, allowing you to replace the external TC if it's broken in a raid. And for those of you who don't know what a furnace wall is at this point, basically it doesn't allow raiders to get in once they've broken the wood wall. They will also have to break the furnace unless they want to ladder over, but that is very inconvenient. Once they've broken the furnace, you'll see there's a lot of turrets that will be looking at them, as well as a lot of angles from the shooting floor and inner peaks. Going into the shell, it is a nice warrior shell, very similar to the first base I ever uploaded on this channel, except a lot smaller. You have some nice Patrico peaks looking straight onto the furnace wall. These are very nice in array defense. I'll throw up some screenshots of array defense in this base. Coming to one of these corners, we have a nice little retake onto the bedroom up here, as well as a jump up to the bedroom, and another retake into the inner peaks. And you have another jump up into the inner peaks, but I will show this later. You have an entrance on 2 sides, but this one leads to core, and the other one doesn't. Coming to your 2nd floor, you have a nice 4-box loot room, and another nice 4-box loot room on the jump up. You might be wondering what this is and why there's a little triangle right here. This makes this peak completely one-way. So anyone on this jump up, the garage door closed, they can't escape, they can't jump down because you can hold jump one way, they can't do anything about it. And coming down to your core, you have your nice CC room. And another thing that's really nice about this starter is that you have a bunker. You can put this down at literally any point in the base once you get the jump up down. Really useful. You don't even have to have this window part just to make it way easier if you want. Going up to your 3rd floor, you have some nice one-ways into your inner peaks from almost every single angle, as well as some hidden loot right here. This is not the only barrel of hidden loot in this base, and there's also one right here. I would say these will probably get found less in an online raid or offline raid, no matter what. I think the bunkers will probably get found more than these, so I'd say put a lot of your best loot in here if you go offline, if you're willing to risk it getting found in a pummel raid. But coming up to our 3rd floor, we have 2 entrances into our inner peaks, as well as an exit out to the roof. But coming to our inner peaks, we have 4 wide gap angles straight onto the furnace wall and the gatehouse. And if you come in here, you can look backwards into the inner peaks. Jumping on this box, you have a nice outwards compound angle that cannot be seen from raid base. If you're about this high, if the raid base is any lower, then they could still see you, but it's a really small angle. And going to the rest of our shell, we have some more pretty default warrior shell peaks in my opinion. And jumping up here, this is a nice roof retake. On the other ones, it's a little bit better because the door is in a different spot. So like this is a little bit better. And you have a nice little Patrico straight onto the furnace wall right here. And going up to the roof, we have a nice little door peak angle. Something you might notice here is that there's 2 single doors, and I'll show you how to do that in the build tutorial. You cannot get into them at all compared to normal door peaks, so they're pretty nice. and going up to your actual roof. Nice little Patrico retake onto the roof, as well as 8 Brutalist Peaks. Coming to one of 4 roof towers. You can have 2 different kinds of configurations in here, either 2 beds or a bed in a box. I personally prefer a bed in a box because it gives you better angles out to the compound. If you like the space, keep watching the build tutorial to learn how to build it. To start off your base, I'm going to put a 1 by 2 into your and of course leave that foundation for the refinery. Put your TC in this corner so you can seal the bunker, and come up here, place a wall, 2 windows. If you want, you can leave this window up for an easier progression. I'm going to put the window here. Seal this window in, and for this window you do the window. A little bit weird, but it's fine. So at this point, what I'd recommend doing is getting all of your honeycomb down to make this you not really regret right now. It's going to keep getting weirder as the base goes on, so at this point I'd probably recommend get a tier 2. Do not expand this base until you get a tier 2 because a lot of this is going to have windows, but it should be pretty easy, and all you're going to have to do is just craft a bunch of glass windows, which are only 50 metal frags to seal this all off. 2 high walls, get that expansion, put your door here, put your window for the loot room, and you can actually seal this loot room if you want. There, do not do that, and have that there. Okay, once you get all these windows down, this is sealed. And the next thing I'd recommend doing is getting your entrances into the 2 sides. Make sure for this part you are following the instructions very carefully. Okay. Other side, same thing. Now, another window right here, floor down here, and at this point is where I'd recommend to place this barrel. So, place that barrel, get this down so they can't see it, and perfect. No one's going to see that. There's no way anyone sees this from down below, so you'll be fine. And over here, the other barrel, place this up, and place that barrel, and then place this barrel. Place the same thing right there, and you're fine. So from here, put your 2 entrances into the outer peak. Low wall. This is going to be half wall. Goes to the high wall. Another thing I didn't mention in the tour, but if you want even more hidden loot, you can put just some small boxes up here, and that's possible to be still left there after a raid, but you definitely do not have to do that. So this all looks fine to me. All the peaks are there, all the retakes are there. So the next thing I would do is get windows on all of this. Keep in mind this would all be glassed off if I was building this base. At this point this would all be glassed off just so it's easier to live out of. And from here I would recommend building a shell. Well, actually right now you can build you know, a little roof, kind of the roof. Right here you're gonna have a half wall and another half wall right here. It's fine if you don't have that. Actually, I forgot to build that, so I you can kind of you can have an ambush in here if you want, or if you just want to be able to seal it in, just do that. Single door, double door, doesn't really matter right there, but this is sealed in at this point. It's a little bit stuffed, but it is fine for now. Now if you have it, I would film this on both sides. And now I'm going to turn on symmetry, four-sided symmetry to the shell. The first thing I'm actually going to do, oh, that's because of the refinery, give me a second. First thing I'm going to do is turn on four-sided symmetry and do the compound. So I'll do the shell first, but like not the actual, you know. Alright. For the wide gaps, you go three squares out. Come back with that triangle there, then delete everything. Put a square right there, delete this one, and then come back with triangles on both sides. Alright. That's the last part of the shell. And now you have the house right here. Get the DC down. And put the window on here. Window. This is a little bit different to what I did in Tor, but it doesn't really matter which way you do it. Pretty sure this is what I meant it to be anyways. Get houses in. Those are not walls. Frames. Before you put that wall down, you want to place it. That is for a peak way later on, but you need to place that before you place that wall right there. So now you have your gatehouses, and here comes the actual hard, kind of hard part is so watch closely. This is four-sided. You're gonna have to do this 4 times. I might not even get this on first try. I'll come back to this part. I did not get it on first try. You can upgrade that and then just redo it till you get it. 2 half walls and a triangle. And that. Build this higher, and this one higher, and this one lower. If you don't do this on the side, that's fine. You just won't have bunkers, or it might be a little bit different, but the process is the same. Just to not make it look obvious, you could do a better peek on this, but I like to make it look a little bit less obvious like the bunker here. So there's less of a difference on both sides. And as you can see, perfect. Now to connect it, just want to build off of this. Like that, and it's connected, and it's connected like that. Perfect. Alright, now we have that done, we can get to sealing the compound, which is probably one of the easiest parts of the base. It is a one-wall seal, and it does not sacrifice any compound turret angles like a one-wall seal usually would. So, very easy. It doesn't matter what it looks like from this peak at all. Like it could be anywhere as long as this furnace fits. Right here. You go usually right here. You have right in this corner, and you just move around a little bit and place it. And easy. And you come right here for barricades. Place 2 just like that. And you come right here. And place this one like this. Place this one the same way. And then place this one like this. Right into the barricade. Alright. That is perfect. So what I would work on next is the shell. Work on next, and I would also it if you have not done so. Doesn't matter whether you put like the ramps right here, whatever. Personally, I kind of like the jump ups better, but that's personal preference. Like that, you have most of your inner peaks sealed. It's pretty cheap. And get some of this compound stuff get the shrink done. And then let's do these corner parts. These corner parts is semi-tech. I don't discover. It's discovered by 2 people. One guy named H4_Y, and then one guy named Zappy. They discovered it at the same time together. They were in a build server. Maybe a server before. I don't know. But it was pretty simple to do. All you have to do is just kind of line yourself. You can do it 2 ways. You can do it from below, and you can do it kind of like this. If you have a little bit higher ping, it's way easier. but just, you know, kind of like have it able to toggle just like that. Perfect. So yeah, 40 ping, and that was first try. So gives you really nice peak. And now we can finish a roof, which is just as cheap as the inner peaks. And down right here. Very nice, very cheap. Dude, I do not roof that in. I'll put the half logs to make that easier. Build it from outside if you want, but that's where you put your turret. You put your windmill on top of that. Put your 2 roofs right here. And the last thing to finish is this middle roof entrance. So I like to have right here, and a couple of ventilation, and then another trico, and then so put some random machines right there, and then this is where it gets a little bit different. So I don't know if this will make sense, but so this side right here, if I put the trigger right here, then it wouldn't work. So I hope you can still demolish this or you've watched the entire thing. If you haven't, then you just like either deal with it or don't have the trigger, but I move these entrances a little bit. And one side will let in to this part, and then one side will let into the roof. So same thing right here, the window right here. It's not really important, but I just like, you know, the roof is a little bit nicer when you do it this way. And that is pretty much the base finished. All the playables are pretty self-explanatory. The ones that weren't self-explanatory were the ones that I did over down here. So if you enjoy the base, let me know in the comments. You can join my Discord if you have any questions about the base. Discord will be in the description. And yeah, see you guys next time.